No cap, I really don't even know how I ended up with these, but we got a new pickup in today. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, who never knows best, and in today's video, bringing you guys another sneaker pickup / unboxing. And you see the title in the thumbnail, so you already know what's in here. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't know how I actually ended up with these, because if I'm keeping it 100, this is not a sneaker that was like really on my radar like that. Like, I wasn't like waiting in anticipation for these. I genuinely wasn't even planning on going for them, because I was like, you know, they're gonna be mad limited, and you know, I don't really want them like that. Like I don't need them. I would like to have them, but I don't need them. And there's other shoes that I wanted just as much, if not more, that I passed on, and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's always worth it to go for a shoe if it's gonna be valuable. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's like, if you ended up not wanting them, or not really feeling them, or you know, have that buyer's remorse, when it's a sneaker that's like limited, you can always flip it at the end of the day or trade it for something else, or at the very least get your money back, whatever. So it's like, you really can't lose. I feel like when you're going for a release like this, that's kind of how I look at it, and I guess how I justify it to myself. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. And yeah, so I happened to just be awake when this release happened the other day. Ooh, yeah, that's a beautiful box we got right there. Not this one, but this one we can just, yes sir. You already know what type of time we on. Mamba mentality, black snakeskin on the box. You see the Siggy. And in here we have the Kobe 6 Protro light armory blue / white in that size 11.5. Now, if y'all been watching my channel and you tune into the sneaker pickups at all, let me see if I can actually get the camera to focus on the size tag. It tends to have a hard time getting that locked in there, because it always wants to be locked onto my face. But you can see I got this in a size 11.5, which is also a women's size 13. If you keep up with the sneaker content on this channel at all, you know that I really wear like a size 11, but I'll buy a size 10.5 or 11.5 depending on the shoe, because all shoes don't fit the same. If you own anywhere near as many pairs of shoes as I do, you know that every single sneaker does not fit the same. And so in a lot of like my running shoes and basketball shoes, I size up half a size in that size 11.5. Most retros and Jordans and stuff, like I'll buy in a size 11. Honestly, it's really just 11 or 11.5. I really don't buy 10.5 too much these days. I feel like my foot has grown just a bit in my adult age, and I don't really buy 10.5 too much anymore. But yes, we have a size 11.5, and in this box we have the Caitlin Clark Kobe 6. But here we go. You also get this very nice black paper with the snakeskin print on, as well as the Kobe logo all over it in gold. That's very, very nice. Now this is actually, these are crazy. These are crazy. And that new shoe smell is hitting me all in my face right now. Y'all know I love that new shoe smell. We gonna get to this in just a moment, but I was about to say, this is actually only my second time ever hitting on a Kobe release. I have tried on damn near every single Kobe 5 and 6 Protro release, and a lot of Kobe 4s. And the first and only time I ever won was on the gold medal Kobe 4s, which I actually don't own anymore. I did actually let that pair go earlier this year, telling myself that I would get another pair of Kobe's down the line, not expecting it to be these, but so be it. You know what I mean? I'm glad it was these, because these are crazy. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get these out the box, because this is, wow. Here we have the Kobe 6 light armory blue, aka the Caitlin Clark PE, and I might have to turn one of these lights down just for y'all to get a better look at the color and the shoe itself. But these are tough. These are insanely tough. Yeah. So like I said before, like I was just saying a moment ago, I hit on the gold medal Kobe 4s, and those was cool. I liked them. Kobe 4s certainly not my favorite in the Kobe line, and the gold medals wouldn't even be probably my top 3 or 5 colorways of the Kobe 4 itself. But Kobe Bryant is my favorite player of all time, and I didn't own any Kobe's. Now, what y'all don't get to see, and what y'all may or may not know, is that right above my desk behind the camera, actually have on my wall like a framed Kobe jersey with like pictures of him in it and everything like that. I'll probably throw a picture up on screen or something for y'all. Kobe's my favorite player of all time. I'm a Lakers fan. My dad was a Magic Johnson fan. That's his favorite player of all time, so he was a Lakers fan. So I grew up watching Lakers games with him, and Kobe was the best player on the team, and to me, the best player in the world and the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up my whole life being a Lakers fan and a huge Kobe fan. And I didn't own any Kobe's. You know what I'm saying? He passed away, whatever. I had no Kobe's, and they obviously became harder than ever to get a hold of, and now every release sells out and goes for double, triple the price and everything like that. Some pairs, a lot of the Kobe 9s and stuff like that, and some of the, you know, different iterations of that are easier to get a hold of, but a lot of the pairs that I've always really wanted, which is mainly the 5s and 6s, because, well, I believe, and most people seem to believe, those are his best models. they'd be impossible to get, you know what I'm saying? So definitely like the girl dads and all the Mambacitas and, you know, the other Caitlin Clark PEs and the Dodgers and the All-Stars that came out, the white pair. I wanted those so bad. I tried. I just couldn't get my hands on them. But these, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know if I can call these a consolation to any of the releases I took an L on, because these are gorgeous to me. That like icy blue, I guess they calling it light armory blue, but this is beautiful. These are beautiful. I'm really in awe right now, and oh, I love that new shoe smell, man. These the ones. I ain't like an expert on Kobe releases, so you know, when it comes like the history of Jordans and everything like that, and the materials they made of and a lot of stuff, I'm a lot more knowledgeable than I am on the Kobe releases, to be honest. I've never actually owned a pair of Kobe 6s before, which is funny because Kobe 6s and especially Kobe 7s, like those were pretty easy to get a hold of. Like those were very obtainable back when I was, because those were out around the time that I was really getting into sneakers. And you could walk into any Foot Locker, any Finish Line, and Kobe 7s was just sitting on the shelves in all different types of colorways, and they wasn't even going on sale. It was more Kobe's than we knew what to do with, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, that ain't really the case. You see some 5s, 6s, or 7s, wow, you ain't seeing those just sitting around on shelves these days. And I will also say, 5s and 6s, and maybe even the 6s specifically, got to be like the most popular hoop shoe that you see in the league, right? Like in the NBA and maybe even in the WNBA, people is always rocking Kobe 5s and 6s. And Caitlin Clark, this is actually her second PE that has released with Kobe, which I'm wondering what Nike's waiting on. I'm genuinely very shocked that Caitlin Clark doesn't have her own Siggy yet. I'm surprised that we don't have a Caitlin Clark signature shoe. I know she loves Kobe's, and she's got a hellified banger in these, and she's also got her own Kobe 5 PE, which is in the Indiana Fever colors, which is like navy and gold with like the hit of red on it, which I ain't gonna lie, these are blowing those out of the water, which I already thought based off pictures anyway, but seeing these in hand, like these are on a whole other level. I think I like 6s more than 5s. I can't really say they both, like I said, those are the two best to me. But yeah, not only just from a silhouette standpoint, but from a colorway standpoint, these are the ones. These are definitely the ones. But yeah, Nike, I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe because Caitlin's been, you know, a little bit injured here or there, banged up. She ain't really been on the court as much as they want for her to debut like a signature shoe, but I don't know. And you know what I never really realized or thought about until now? So y'all know Ja, right? Ja Morant. He's got his own signature line with Nike, and we could talk all day long about Ja Morant, who I want to say is my favorite like young player in the league right now, but he's got his own on-court and off-the-court troubles that he's dealing with. But I still believe in 12. We're looking for a bounce-back year, Ja. I still believe in you. I'm rooting for you, homie. But his entire like shoe line and logo have been like compared to Kobe, and because his shoes kind of look like Kobe's to some extent. Same thing goes with like Sabrina Ionescu. I mean, her logo doesn't, but like her shoes kind of look like Kobe's. And honestly, just like some of the Nike signature shoes that they've been dropping with some of these athletes, whether it be Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Ja Morant, they favor Kobe's a little bit, which I don't see as a bad thing, because for one, Kobe's are some of the best hoop shoes ever made, point blank period, if not the best outside of Jordan. I would say Kobe easily has the best signature line and the best like shoes and retros outside of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I think that goes without saying. So, but these are also like hard to obtain for the most part. So like having shoes that look similar but still got like their own kind of thing to it that's not the exact same thing, and also you're getting them in different colorways. Some of them are cheaper or at least more obtainable or whatever. So I don't really see it necessarily a bad thing. You could say like, oh, they lack in creativity or they're not really trying or slow effort, whatever. They're obviously not one-to-one. But that being said, Ja Morant, his third signature shoe is out right now, the Ja 3. Taking the sneaker world by storm. I would say that that silhouette, that shoe is in contention for sneaker of the year. Like those been going crazy all over social media, all over on the court, both in the NBA and the WNBA. I've been seeing tons of players rocking those, and I see a lot of kids rocking those and stuff too. I'm only just now realizing with a pair of Kobe 6s in my hand, how similar that shoe is to a Kobe 6. Now again, there's a lot of unique flair because you have, I guess we can start actually getting into some of the details of the shoe, right? Go ahead and turn the light back down. So you see we have like this very, very light gray. I want to say it's like a light gray because the midsole is white. You have a very light gray outsole, right? With the Kobe logo in black there, and you can see like the hit of carbon fiber as well. And then you have this white midsole, which actually is different from the older releases, because back in the day, Kobe 6s, when they first came out, had like a Phylon midsole, which is like the same material as like a Jordan 11, for example. Now it's like this Cushlon midsole. But we have the white here, and then all throughout this upper, you obviously have like the snakeskin print, right? Which I don't really know what material this is made of. I want to say it's probably like, I don't know, maybe like a polyurethane or something like that. But regardless, obviously Kobe, snakes, Black Mamba, you get the whole motif, right? And that goes all throughout the whole shoe. And then you have this swoosh which is, I want to say it's like a powder blue. This kind of looks just like the UNC Jordan 1s that I have sitting over there. Very similar in color. But Ja has his shoe where he has like a, it's something very similar to this, where he has his logo all over the shoe in what kind of looks, I mean, y'all see it. Like, it's a pair of Jaws right here on screen. You compare it to this, I'm only just now realizing how similar the Ja 3 looks to a pair of Kobe 6s. Now obviously it's his logo all over the shoe, not a snakeskin print, and then you have it where they kind of turn the swoosh at an angle to make it look like a J, and then some pairs even have like an A beside or whatever to say Ja. So like, it's like I said, it's similar, but has its own unique twist to it, and it is a different shoe. But like I said, I'm only just now kind of looking at these and going, damn, actually the Ja 3s kind of look like a Kobe 6, which probably makes all the more sense as to why that shoe was so popular and is going so crazy, because people love Kobe 6s, and that's like a new fresh spin on a Kobe 6 in a way, like, if that makes sense. But yeah, what's really crazy about this shoe that I don't really think it's translating that well on camera, but in person you can see, I mean, you can kind of see it. There's like this gradient going on here where you see like that light armory blue. It's like this like icy gray, bluish kind of color fading into like a white and then back into like, you know what I'm saying? Are the scales doing the same thing as well? Nah, I think the scales are all the one color outside of the ones on the swoosh, but like you can definitely see on like the fly wire, like material under, it's like got that gradient, which I think is super, super sick. Yeah, these are crazy. And then you have like the TPU cage here on the back in like that icy blue color with like the white here on the ankle, and this kind of has like almost like a pearl look to it. Like, it's not quite iridescent, but and again, I don't really know how well it's going to translate on camera. It's so bright in here. I'm having to adjust the lights. Yeah, you can't really see it on camera, but it's kind of got like this pearlescent kind of look to it here on the back where the ankle is, and you have Kobe's signature, of course, on the heel on that cage. Again, in like what I'm gonna call powder blue. It kind of looks like that dark powder blue. It's like a very similar color. Matter of fact, I can go grab them real quick. They're right over there. So right here I have the UNC Jordan 1s from, I want to say this is 2015. Yeah, these ain't the reimagined. This is the older retro from 2015, and the color on here is very similar to like the swoosh. I'm saying this might be a little bit darker actually now that I have it side by side, but it's like extremely close. It's very, very similar, I would say. It looks like there's a bigger difference on camera than it does in person, to be honest. But this is called like a dark powder blue, so I'm gonna just call this powder blue. I don't know what the official colorway is for it, because on the box it just says like that light blue or that light armory blue, and I think it said silver or gray. So I already forgot. But yeah, man, I am very impressed with these. This is a shoe that's damn near so pretty. It's like I can't wear these to the gym or the hooping, because like these got to stay pristine. You know what I'm saying? Not that I really be out hooping like that anyway. I get people asking, like, yo, Lotus, do you hoop? And like the extent of my hooping is every once in a while I might grab a ball. I got a basketball. I might take my ball and go to the court and just shoot around just for the hell of it. But I don't really be getting in my bag. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. These is crazy. And then yeah, you have this is all, I'm just like so actually in awe by the shoe. Like, this ain't even no proper review or anything like that. It's certainly not the same way I'd be doing, like I said, with the J's and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and take it from the top, or I guess from the bottom, and then we're gonna go throughout the shoe and give you guys a good look at everything right now. So we'll go ahead and turn the light back down. So on the bottom you can see we have that very light gray outsole with like that honeycomb pattern, black Kobe logo with those hits of the carbon fiber peeking through as well. And moving on up to the midsole, that white Cushlon, which feels very nice, very soft, very comfy. I like that a lot. Then all throughout the upper of the shoe you see that light armory blue color, and like I mentioned before, you have the scales, which actually are raised and give the shoe some texture, and then you have that gradient underneath where you can see it kind of fading from like that light armory blue to like a icy gray and white, and then back into the blue and everything like that. Then we have the swoosh here, which I'm gonna call powder blue, the icy light armory blue TPU cage there on the back with this white synthetic, I'm not sure what this material is, but it kind of has like this pearlescent like look to it at the back. Kobe logo on the heel, again in that powder blue. You see it says Nike Zoom here on the heel. I think they actually did change like the Zoom, the Zoom Air in the shoe compared to what it was back in the day. I think it's like more flexible now than it was before, although I think they actually removed the Zoom unit from the heel and they changed the one that's like in the forefoot. Like, I'm not an expert when it comes to Kobe's. I know significantly less about Kobe sneakers than I do about Jordan sneakers. Go check out Nightwing 230, well, Wear Testers, I guess he's known as now. Go check out the Wear Testers channel. I'm sure they can tell you a lot more about the actual materials and the differences between the Kobe 6 now compared to back in the day and everything like that. But yeah, and then here You have the tongue with that mesh and like that honeycomb foam underneath, laces and the tongue done again in that light armory blue, again with the powder blue Kobe logo at the top, and then the sock liner and behind the tongue is all again in that light armory blue, and same goes for the laces. I don't believe these came with extra laces. Let me just go ahead and double check real quick. Yeah, I didn't see any in the box. I also don't see any inside the shoe, so it looks like they only come with one set of laces, which is fine. I do think maybe some white laces would kind of pop in here, but yeah, no, these are crazy, man. These are crazy. I am so happy to have these. These are way iller to me than the gold medal Kobe 4s, but I just like 6s way more than 4s in general. But these right here, boy. Yeah, these brought a big smile to my face. I needed that. I also meant to mention in this video, I know first of all, these aren't like the most popular videos I do on my channel anyway. So there are some people who, this might be your first time ever on the channel. There's some guys who are only watch these, or you might be a long-time viewer who just tunes into whatever. I know it's been a bit of a ghost town here on the channel lately. We're not gonna get into that right now, but I think maybe tomorrow I'll try to post a video talking to you guys about what's been going on and where things are headed and everything like that. Just kind of give you guys a bit of a, it's a bit of a heads up of like what to expect and like kind of why I've been MIA, whatever. But these showed up on the doorstep today, and I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but like this is the fastest I've ever gotten a shoe in from Nike. These just came out 2 days ago. Today is the 14th. These just came out on the 12th. They're already here. By far the quickest Nike's ever. Like I don't even know if I had time to get like my shipping confirmation and a tracking number. I was so confused when he showed up on the doorstep. So I'm like, what, bro? What? I wasn't expecting no. You know what I'm saying? Quickest turnaround I have ever seen. But I ain't mad at it at all. In fact, I'm quite happy indeed. Yeah, I guess I forgot to mention as well, you have like this this text here, right? So Kobe, there's like a Kobe code, like a Kobe language that they came with that kind of looks like Braille, but it's different. And yeah, so it's like a whole alphabet that they developed, that Nike and Kobe developed. I don't even know how well I can get that to show up. Again, it's so bright. But it looks like Braille, but it's not. It's more like a hole punch as opposed to like a raised print. And basically it says Black Mamba here if you translate it based on what the Kobe code means, whatever. Like I said, it's a whole alphabet that they came up with. And yeah, man, that's pretty much that. These are really pretty. It's like a cherry on top as well. This is a Caitlin Clark PE because I've been way more tapped into the WNBA the last 2 years now, and it's honestly because of Caitlin Clark. So these have a little bit of extra significance for me because Caitlin Clark isn't my favorite player, and I'm not an Indiana Fever fan necessarily. I mean, I support the league, so I love watching her play, and I rock with the Fever. They're just not like my team. Like I guess because I'm a Lakers fan, I kind of just defaulted to the Sparks. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But Caitlin Clark is definitely one of my favorite players, and I would be lying if I'm saying that she's not a huge reason as to why I got more tapped into the WNBA, because I followed her journey through college and, you know, the battles with her and Angel Reese. And then when she got to the league, I was tapped in. I was watching every single game of the Fever, and I was just watching a lot of teams. So there's a lot of great players out there that I enjoy watching, from Nafisa Collier to Asia Wilson to Paige Beckers, who might actually be my favorite player and the player that I'm attaching myself to in the league right now, Angel Reese. And then it's so many great players, Arike Ogunbowale. You got Kayla McBride as well, Sabrina Ionescu, Breonna Stewart, you know what I'm saying, Diana Taurasi just retired, and it's so many great players. Like I said, I've been super tapped in. And Caitlin Clark, she's not my #1 favorite player, because I think I might give that title to Paige Beckers, who, this ain't about her, but I'm gonna need her to get a little bit more aggressive, because sometimes I don't think she realizes that she's Paige Beckers. But regardless, Caitlin Clark is definitely like one of my favorite players to watch. And like I said, she's a big reason as to why I started like really watching the WNBA way more. So she might be like my second favorite player if I had to pick. But she's definitely up there. But I don't know, it's hard because like when Asia Wilson is so dominant, like how can you not? Like I said, if I get too sidetracked, we're gonna have a whole video talking about like the WNBA and the teams and players that I enjoy watching and my thoughts and opinions and all of that. But I love Caitlin Clark. Nothing but the utmost respect for her. Love watching her. Love her game. Hope to see her on the floor more. She's been hurt a lot, you know, since coming into the league. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorite players. And this is one of the coldest Kobe's ever, so deserve. I don't know what the significance is of these colors for her though, because it ain't like these are her Iowa colors. These ain't her Indiana colors. Maybe this is just her favorite color. I really don't know. See, this is the type of thing that I would know if it was a pair of J's. Like I said, I'm not as locked in, I guess. I need to get more tapped in. I need to get more tapped in when it comes to the hoop shoes, man. I definitely need to get more locked in. But that's gonna do it for today's video, boys and girls. Kobe 6 Protro, light armory blue, Caitlin Clark PE. Very happy to have these. Very impressed by these, if y'all couldn't tell. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content that I'm bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, let the cat have taste in the bad. Later.